Hello everyone, my name is Muiwa Adedayo. I am a lecturer. I am also an educational neuroscientist. Luckily, I run an organization called Edubronics Africa Consulting Limited. I'm the president of Educational Neuroscience, okay, in Nigeria and Africa. My organization and some of its key members were currently training teachers, school owners, college of education students, students in the university who are aspiring to become teachers. We have this course that is titled masterclass. It is a masterclass in educational neuroscience. Masterclass in educational neuroscience. It consists of 24 topics. And what we do is that after the training, we evaluate participants, and those who do well, we grade them and issue a certificate in educational neuroscience to each of our graduates. So today, and lest I forget, I published about 6 books. This is one of my books. It was published in the United States of America. I write essays for leading tabloids, newspaper tabloids in Nigeria. So today I have a very, very important topic to really reveal to us. So what I intend doing is just to give my viewers, my listeners, kind of an inkling, into one aspect of neuroscience, especially educational neuroscience. There's an item called the synapse. So I want to really just explain it briefly. But as soon as participants register, you're going to have this cosmic information, regarding the synapse, regarding acetylcholine, and attention. So please come along with me while I quickly explain what I have on the whiteboard, just for everyone who is listening to me this moment. So the first thing is, the title is Synapse, why acetylcholine increases attention during learning. Why does it increase or enhance attention? But before we go into a kind of an in-depth analysis or explanation of today's topic, let me quickly answer this. What is a synapse? A synapse is simply just a juncture. It is that space between two cells or between two neurons. Neurons are cells in the brain. This is a good example. Of a neuron. This is a good example of a neuron. So that space between one neuron and the other is called the synapse. And then what is acetylcholine? Acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter that is released between two neurons. Neurons are cells in the brain. This is the presynaptic neuron, while this is the postsynaptic neuron. I have a kind of schema that I'm going to use to explain. So we have about 100 to 86 billion neurons in our brains. Neurons are those cells that are predominated in our brains. So they are scattered throughout the nervous system, but they are located mostly in the brain. Then we have the presynaptic and the postsynaptic neurons. Then conceptual stories. Now this is it. As a neuroeducator, or in our masterclass in educational neuroscience, what we intend doing, is conceptual stories and neurotransmitters. So in our masterclass in educational neuroscience, what we do is we try to go in depth to explain what synapse and the role it plays in the academic environment, especially in the classroom. So and how does it work? Before I explain the item on the second whiteboard, do not forget, as a neuroeducator, as soon as you are teaching or you are lecturing your students, and you discover that when you gauge the atmosphere, the academic, maybe yes, the learning kind of or the feedback that you're getting from your students, maybe some of them are looking tired. So do you know that as a neuroeducator, you can explore acetylcholine? All you need to do at that juncture, you just tell the students that yes, at this moment in time, I have a very important story to tell you. As soon as the students hear story, immediately that laxity, that indifference, that academic tiredness will evaporate. Students love stories, and stories are very important for long-term potentiation and for long-term memory storage. So as soon as the students hear that you're going to actually tell them stories, immediately their autonomic nervous system, okay, it is aroused, and the neurons, okay, the acetylcholic or the acetylcholine neurons, immediately they release acetylcholine, okay, into the brain and into the entire nervous system. You discover that spontaneously their attention, okay, will rise at that moment, and whatever you teach them at that point in time, it will really stick in their brains, because there are some neurotransmitters, okay, that are released when students hear about stories, or when they hear any fascinating information. Dopamine is also released. But we're going to talk about dopamine. Today's focus is on acetylcholine. So please, kindly come along while I take you to the next whiteboard to explain what normally happens, okay, cellularly, the cellular and molecular mechanism, okay, of long-term memory in the brain. As soon as a teacher reveals to a student that he or she is about telling them a story. So this is the schematic analysis. Okay, this is the presynaptic neurons. Okay, this one will be the one that will do what? Will release. Are you with me? It will release neurotransmitters, and the neurotransmitter that will be released at that moment is called the acetylcholine, dopamine, and others. But our focus is on acetylcholine. So it will be released. This is what the synapse or connections. Okay, this place is referred to as the synapse. So it is here that these presynaptic neurons will release at this axonal. This place is called the axonal terminal. It will release the what? The neurotransmitter, dopamine and acetylcholine, into this gap, and there are some receptors that will receive it into the postsynaptic neurons. Okay, this is the neural basis, okay, of what? Of long-term memory. One of the secrets to effective teaching is for educators, or those that we refer to as neuroeducationists or neuroeducators, to have this idea at the back of their minds, that there are ways that they can use neuroscience insight, okay, to become effective teachers, to become effective lecturers. But as soon as you register for the course, everything will be revealed to you. We have our 4 textbooks that we give to our graduates, with Dr. Okeme Usman and I. We pioneered the first educational neuroscience textbook, okay, in Africa. So please, you can contact. Okay, you can contact us if you know you are a parent, you are an educator, you are a teacher, you are an education student. This course is a must for everyone who wants to really make a living in the education sector. So thank you very much, and as I see you in the next video.